When people here get more done in 12 weeks than others do in 12 months, they assume you have to constantly be taking action. You have to be working yourself to the ground in order for you to achieve your goals. Now, my toxic trait is being productive and lazy at the same time. I am a high achiever, but I'm also a self-care queen. That means I've found a healthy routine that works for me as a mother, as a content creator, as a womanpreneur. Every year, you start with a burst of motivation, with big goals and dreams, but only to neglect them 3 months later, meaning you end up in exactly the same place that you were at the beginning of the year. Meanwhile, everyone around you seems to be leveling up every single year. Well, I found a way to create sustainable success for women by combining principles from the 12-week year with feminine principles, meaning you can get more done in 12 weeks than others do in 12 months. Society is built on a masculine structure of taking action, go, 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 basically hustle culture, that for women to have a higher up position in a workplace or to have a successful business, they need to be leading with their masculine energy. I'm actually speaking from experience as somebody who's previously held managerial positions as a young Black woman surrounded by mainly white men, where I had to lead with my masculine energy because I had to be assertive, I had to be authoritative, I had to show that I knew what I was talking about. It was like I had to prove that I was deserving and worthy of having this position as a young Black woman. Not only was it exhausting, but leading with your masculine energy doesn't leave room for creativity, intuition, using your emotional compass and resting, because the focus is taking action, critical thinking and hustling. And this masculine structure aligns with the principles of the 12-week year of taking action, productivity, and getting more done in 12 weeks than others do in 12 months. And although it's effective, it is not sustainable for women, which means it's not a method that women can use over and over and over again to have sustainable success. And then on top of that, with the popularization of soft life, a lot of women, myself included, have realized how exhausting it is to constantly lead with your masculine energy. Now here enters the femininity gurus telling women that all they need to do is rest in their femininity, do nothing, and that's how they will attract wealth, abundance, and everything that they want, which is complete bogus unless you have a sugar daddy or unless you have a wealthy partner. So if you can't constantly lead with your masculine energy and you can't constantly lead with the feminine energy, how are you supposed to achieve your goals? You need to be able to harmonize your masculine and feminine energy. Combine the principles of the 12-week year with the principles of femininity. I'm not going to go into detail about what the 12-week year is and how you achieve your goals using the 12-week year. I have a whole video where I break that down, so if you're not familiar with the concept, watch that video first and then come back to this video. But how femininity looks when it comes to goal setting and execution is through vision mapping. So what is your end goal? Where do you see yourself in 5 years or 10 years? What does that picture look like? But most importantly, how does it make you feel? How are you going to feel when you achieve your goals or reach your end goal? And by being clear on this, you're creating an emotional attachment to your goals. As women, we are emotional beings, and that is okay. We make decisions most of the time based on an emotional connection. So if you don't have an emotional connection on why you want to do something, why you want to achieve that goal, it's going to make the day-to-day things that you have to do to achieve that goal more difficult, more challenging, because you might not have the motivation. You might be completely stressed out. Things could be going wrong for you. But when you have that emotional connection and you understand why you need to do this today because you want to reach your end goal, it's going to give you that discipline to execute on your goals, even sometimes when you don't have that motivation to do it. A lot of people misunderstand the concept of visualization. It's not just about constantly daydreaming, because a dream without execution is worth nothing. You need to be able to combine that dream, that vision, with actually taking action. So you have an emotional attachment, which is a feminine principle, and then you have taking action, which is a masculine principle, and then you combine that. That's how you create sustainable results. The other feminine principle that you should combine with the 12-week year is using your intuition, where something is telling you that you should do something or you shouldn't do something, or something is not quite right. Have you ever been in a situation where you knew that someone was cheating, but there was no logic behind that? You had no evidence. You just had a feeling that something wasn't right. That is your women intuition. That is the same thing that you need to do when achieving your goals. You might have set your goals, you got your execution plan, and then you have this niggling feeling that you should do it this way, or maybe change the whole plan entirely, and there's no logic behind that. Never underestimate the power of a woman's intuition. There might not be any logic to it, but it is your feminine power that is guiding you and leading you to a successful path. Okay, the next feminine principle that you need to combine with the 12-week year is creativity. So you have your goal, you have your plan, you know what you need to do, but how are you going to do it? You need to give yourself the space and time to be creative, not problem solving, but coming up with new bold ideas, things that haven't been done before, things that are exciting, things that are innovative. For example, when I was a manager, I would have weekly meetings where I would present the team with a new KPI that we had to reach as a team and as a service. And instead of just saying, this is what we need to do, I would give them the time and the space to bring their own ideas. How do you think we can reach these goals? By including them in the creative process, I was empowering them. I was removing the predictability of their day-to-day, making their jobs exciting for them, which research actually shows that improves performance. And that's exactly what you need to do when you're achieving your goals, because you know what you have to do in order for you to achieve your goals, but doing the same thing over and over again, that predictability can become boring, which might make you want to give up and not achieve your goals. And I know building a consistent routine is so important when it comes to you achieving your goals, but if you're trying to lose weight, for example, and you know that you have to diet and you're eating the same thing every single day for a month, you're going to get sick and tired of that meal. It doesn't matter how healthy it is, it doesn't matter how delicious it is, right? You're going to get bored at some point. But if you're being creative and you're trying new healthy recipes, you're more likely to be consistent than if you're eating the same meal over and over again. The next feminine principle that you need to combine with the 12-week year is the art of allowing things to come to you, attracting the things that you want, not forcing things, knowing and believing that you are deserving of everything, and there's plenty in the world to go around, so what's meant for you is going to come to you. Essentially having an abundant mindset. When people hear get more done in 12 weeks than others do in 12 months, they assume you have to constantly be taking action. You have to be working yourself to the ground in order for you to achieve your goals, but that is not sustainable. You are going to burn yourself out. Consistency just means finding a healthy routine that is specific to your lifestyle and doing it over and over and over again. Now, my toxic trait is being productive and lazy at the same time. I am a high achiever, but I'm also a self-care queen. That means I've found a healthy routine that works for me as a mother, as a content creator, as a womanpreneur, and all the other responsibilities that I have. So when people ask me, how do you balance it all? I don't. There are times where my focus is on one thing and I'm dropping the ball on everything else. There are times where I'm in my lazy girl era, I'm resting, doing my self-care, and that's absolutely fine because it's sustainable for me. I'm not going to force myself to show up 100% in all these areas of my life, because that is not realistic and I'm setting myself up for failure. So adopting the art of resting, of allowing, of knowing you don't have to do everything all the time for you to be successful. What is meant for you will come to you. You don't have to work yourself to the ground for you to achieve your goals and live the life that you want. Let me know what you think about combining a 12-week year with feminine principles. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you're notified every single time that I upload a video, and I will see you in an upcoming video. Mwah. Bye, lovelies.